Kia ora tamariki mā. Welcome back to Kiwi Kids in the Kitchen. Yes, that is a cheeseburger and fries. And no, I didn't buy it from McDonald's. I made it, and I'm going to show you how to make it too. It's time for an episode of WHANAU Fake Aways, where we show you how to make your favorite takeaways at home with your whānau. And today is all about the humble cheeseburger and fries, and I am so excited. Oh, it's so good. Yummy. I love burgers. It's stressful eating now. Look at that. We made that. Whoa. I love cheese. I just love cheese. The best part about making this at home is it's going to be healthier, a fraction of the price, and so much more delicious. So go and grab your whānau, horoia o ringaringa, and we'll get started. Now we all know that McDonald's fries are pretty delicious, but I'm going to show you a few tips that's going to take your average potato and turn it into the most delicious shoestring fries you've ever eaten, ever. And the first tip is using agria potatoes. So these are often the ones that are covered in mud at the supermarket. I've just given them a little wash, and these are the best because they help you get a really crunchy chip, which is what we want. And we're just going to start by peeling them. I probably should have peeled this into a bowl, but I do love making a mess. Now you should always peel away from you. It's the safest way to peel. And if you've ever caught your finger in a peeler before, you'll know what I'm talking about. So peel away from you. Right, let me get rid of all these skins. Now we're gonna cut them. So the easiest way to cut into nice skinny fries is we're gonna cut some thin strips, and then we're gonna cut those strips into fries. So I'm actually going to slice one side off first, then I'm going to flip it over so it sits on a nice flat bottom, and that just means it's not going to wobble round, it's much safer. Then we'll cut our thin strips. Then each of these we're going to cut again into nice skinny fries. Just like that. Ta-da! Right, then we're going to pop our fries, our beautiful fries, into a bowl of cold water, and we're going to leave them to soak for a little bit. And this just removes some of the starch, and it's going to help us get a really nice crunch to our chip. So there you go. You can see as you put it in, the starch literally comes off straight away. We're going to leave our potatoes to soak until our oven comes up to temperature. So go and preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius. And I thought now was a really good time for us to make a little packaging for our chips. So, you know they come in an iconic box. I just got a little cardboard box here, and I thought, let's design a little chip packet for our French fries. Why don't you have a competition in your whānau to see who can create the best packaging? Then send us a photo because we'd love to see what you come up with. Perfect! Look at that! It's like the real deal. My oven has come up to temperature, and I just drained the starchy water out of my chips. Now we need to completely pat them dry. So I'm just going to pop them onto some paper towels here. Oh, we got so many chips. Like so many. Right, then we're going to kind of wrap them up, and we want to completely pat them dry. Now the reason this step is so important, you can skip it, it will still give you a yummy chip, but this takes off all the water, so instead of steaming in the oven, they get really crispy. All of this is about crispy chips. Right, these are looking lovely and dry. Now we're going to whack them onto a nice big tray that I've just lined with some baking paper. Give them a good drizzle of olive oil and a big sprinkling of salt. And then just give it a little toss. They look so good already, and we haven't even cooked them yet. Then these are gonna go into the oven for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, I want you to turn the oven up to 200 degrees and bake them for another 10 minutes. You can give them a little toss along the way, especially if they start to crisp around the edges. Just give them a shimmy around. Right, our chips are in the oven. Now it's time to make some burgers. And basically, McDonald's cheeseburgers are literally just New Zealand mince. So I've got 400 grams of beef mince here that I'm just gonna cut into 4 because I wanna make 4 burgers. Then, with each quarter, I'm just gonna kind of mush it in my hands a bit, which is just gonna break up some of those strands of mince. And then we're gonna roll it into a ball. Ooh. And then I've got some sheets of baking paper here, one for each of my burgers. I'm gonna pop 1 ball on each bit of baking paper, or on a plate, that's fine too. Make sure you give it a good smush in your hands. You can absolutely wear gloves if you want, but as long as you wash your hands well before and after, you're absolutely fine just to use your hands. Right, then I'm gonna take another little bit of baking paper, I'm gonna put it on top of one of my balls and squish it down nice and firmly. And then that's gonna give us a nice little patty, and you can just shape around the edges a little bit, make it nice and round if you want to. Right, now we're gonna give these a good sprinkling of salt and pepper straight on the top. Right, these are ready to cook. I've got a nice big frying pan here that I'm just gonna pop on a medium heat with a little bit of butter in the pan. And the first thing we're gonna do is toast our buns. These are just supermarket buns, but if you wanna be extra special and make your own buns, we do have a burger bun recipe up on our page, so go and check that out. Be nice and careful when you're using the pan though, because we don't want any burnt fingers. Then just pop your buns face down, and we'll just toast them up a little bit. Oh, can I fit all 4? Yeah, squeeze them in. And they should only take about 1 or 2 minutes to get nice and toasty. I'm getting here, Kai, now, hungry. My tummy is rumbling. Right, they are nice and toasty. Let's pop them to the side here. Right, I'm gonna whack another teeny tiny bit of butter in here, and now we're gonna fry our burgers. So that's gonna melt really quickly. Then you're gonna take one of your burgers, and you can actually just flop the whole thing in on the baking paper. It's gonna make it really nice and easy. We wanna put the salted side down. So I'm just gonna flip over, ready? And flipping gently. Oh look, it even just fell straight off. Now I'm gonna cook I'm gonna cook 2 at a time. Whoop. We're gonna cook them on each side for 2 minutes, and we're only gonna flip them 1 time. Don't be flip-flopping them all over the place, or they won't get a really nice sear. It smells so good. I love burgers. Time to flip them. Do it nice and gently. Oh, look at that. They are beautiful. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Right, they're ready. Let's very carefully take them out. I'm just gonna pop them on a little plate. And it wouldn't be a cheeseburger without some cheese. So we'll just pop that on top. And now we're ready to plate up. Everything looks and smells amazing. Our shoestring fries are perfect and so crunchy. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be amazing. Right, first thing I'm gonna do, fill up my little cup with chips. I've never worked at McDonald's before, but I'm sure they'll hire me now. I'm gonna load it up. How's that? Kiwi Kids fries. Now for our burger. So I've got our nice toasty bun, our white onion, burger patty. This is looking pretty good. Right, then on this side, I know we need mustard. How much mustard? 3 blobs. And ketchup, my favorite. I love ketchup. Blob, 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 blob. How many pickles do you like? I'm gonna put 3. And then we flip it. Huh. Oh my gosh, this looks insane. It's actually like we just bought it from a shop. I'm so excited to try it. They're amazing. Should we just bite the burger? Oh, 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 oh. Look at that! We made that. Oh my gosh, that's so good. That is so good. And there you have your very own homemade, absolutely insane McDonald's cheeseburger and shoestring fries. I think it's even better than the original, but you'll have to try and see if you think so too. If you have a go at this WHANAU takeaways recipe, please do send us a photo over on our website. We'll link it down below. We absolutely love seeing how you get on. And if you'd like us to make a different takeaway, send us a recommendation too. Have a great week, and we'll see you next Sunday at 9 a.m. with a new video. Ka kite! Oh. It's so good! It's so good.